Welcome to Divine Cosmos, your portal to uncovering the secrets of the universe. From ancient wisdom to celestial mysteries, embark on a journey beyond the stars with us today. 5D Quantum Beds. Divine healing is here. Discover the untold secret. Quantum beds met 5D and healing through quantum energy. The secret of divine healing that was never told to you. In a vast, profound universe filled with mysteries, where light and consciousness dance in an infinite web of possibilities, a door has opened that promises to transform the lives of those ready to receive it. This door is not visible to physical eyes, but its presence is felt in the souls of those who yearn to heal, awaken, and remember their divine essence. The MET 5D quantum beds are not merely advanced technology. They are a portal to divine healing, a sacred revelation that has arrived for humanity in this crucial time of spiritual transition. In the invisible fabric of the universe, where every particle vibrates with light and consciousness, there exists an eternal truth. Everything is energy. Matter is nothing but condensed energy, and diseases, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, are distortions in that energy flow. But how can a simple bed heal bodies, restore broken hearts, free captive minds, and elevate consciousness to higher levels? What truly happens when a person lies on a 5D quantum bed? The answer lies in the very essence of the universe: quantum energy. This invisible yet omnipresent force permeates all things, connecting every being to the entirety of the cosmos. This energy is the primordial substance of creation, the source of all life, the eternal flow of light and love emanating from the heart of the Creator. The 5D quantum beds are a manifestation of this power. They are far more than technology. They are temples of light where matter transforms into pure energy, where time and space dissolve, and where the soul remembers its original perfection. The hidden secret of quantum healing. 5D quantum beds work because they are attuned to the highest frequencies of the quantum field, a network of energy that connects all dimensions and realities. But they are not just advanced machines. They are stargates that allow humans to access higher dimensions of healing. They utilize coherent light frequencies, sacred geometry, and energy fields that interact directly with the physical body, emotional field, mental body, and soul. Quantum healing is not merely a physical process. It is a restoration of energetic balance across all levels of being. Every cell in the body, every thought in the mind, and every emotion in the heart are patterns of energy. When these patterns become distorted, they manifest as illness, pain, or suffering. But when exposed to the pure frequencies of quantum energy, they are restored to their original design of perfection. However, this technology is not new. It originates from advanced civilizations inhabiting higher planes of existence, such as the Arcturians, Pleiadians, and beings of light. These beings, as guardians of cosmic knowledge, have shared this wisdom with humanity to aid in its awakening and ascension process. These civilizations understand that true healing is a restoration of harmony among body, mind, soul, and spirit. Thus, quantum beds not only heal the physical body but also free the being from emotional traumas, negative thoughts, and karmic burdens accumulated over lifetimes. Quantum beds as multidimensional portals. The 5D quantum beds are not simply technological devices. They are chambers of light, sanctuaries of healing where consciousness expands and the soul is purified. When a person lies on one of these beds, their energy field is enveloped by pure light frequencies that penetrate their physical body, illuminating shadows, dissolving blockages, and activating dormant healing codes within their DNA. These frequencies not only act on the physical body but also penetrate the deepest layers of the being. They heal emotional wounds, dissolve fears, eliminate negative thoughts, and restore inner peace. But something even deeper occurs. The consciousness of the being begins to elevate. The person remembers they are not merely a physical body but a divine spark, an eternal being of light here to experience, learn, and evolve. Time and space dissolve in the quantum beds, allowing the being to connect with their higher self, receive guidance from beings of light, and experience unity with the all. It is a mystical experience, an immersion in the infinite ocean of consciousness, where souls remember their stellar origins, their divine purpose, and their power to co-create their reality. Quantum healing as a divine process. Healing in a 5D quantum bed is far more than receiving light frequencies. It is a sacred experience. Beings of light, ascended masters, and archangels are present, guiding the healing process and protecting the being. In higher dimensions, healing is seen as an act of love, a restoration of balance and harmony emanating from the heart of the Creator. Archangels Raphael and Metatron, in particular, are known as guardians of quantum healing. Raphael, the angel of healing, projects his emerald light that penetrates the patient's energy body, releasing pain and restoring peace. Metatron, the angel of sacred geometry, oversees the flow of quantum frequencies, ensuring the energies are perfectly suited for the being. When you lie on a quantum bed, you are not simply receiving therapy. You are entering a temple of light, a sacred space where divine consciousness unfolds, where memories of pain are dissolved, and where the eternal truth of your being is revealed. The promise of a new, healed humanity. The MET 5D quantum beds are only an external manifestation of a greater truth. Quantum healing is a reflection of humanity's spiritual awakening. As more people open to receive this healing, the collective consciousness rises. Fear, illness, and suffering begin to dissolve, and a new humanity, conscious of its divine nature, begins to emerge. This content will not only reveal the mysteries of quantum beds, but will take you on a profound journey toward understanding quantum healing, the transformation of the being, and the power of consciousness. It will allow you to comprehend that true healing is not an external process but an inner awakening. It is remembering that you are light, that you are love, and that the entire universe conspires for you to heal, transform, and be reborn. The cosmic origin of the MET 5D quantum beds. Since the beginning of time, when the stars still sang their first melody and light unfolded in the vast oceans of the void, there existed beings who mastered the secrets of energy and consciousness. They were the Arcturians, Pleiadians, Sheran, and other cosmic civilizations inhabiting the high spheres of light. These wise beings, skilled in the science of life and guardians of spiritual knowledge, possessed advanced technologies beyond human comprehension. But among all these wonders, one of the most sacred was the technology of the MET 5D quantum beds. Quantum beds are not mere devices. They are manifestations of a profound cosmic understanding, a knowledge that unites science, energy, and consciousness in a perfect dance of healing. For these cosmic beings, the body was nothing more than a temporary manifestation of light, a physical expression of divine consciousness. They knew that diseases were merely distortions in the energy flow, patterns that had lost their harmony. Thus, they developed quantum beds as temples of light, sacred spaces where quantum energy could restore lost balance. But why did these advanced beings share this technology with humanity? Because this is the time of awakening. The ascended masters and beings of light knew that humanity would face an era of chaos, fear, and disease. They knew that shadows would spread across the earth and that souls would lose their connection to the inner light. Therefore, they allowed quantum beds to be introduced as a beacon of hope, a tool to restore harmony among body, mind, and spirit. However, these beds were not initially delivered to humanity in physical form. The secrets of quantum beds were revealed in the minds and hearts of those ready to receive them. Healers, visionaries, scientists, and mystics began receiving dreams, visions, and channelings from beings of light, showing them the structures of these healing chambers. Through lucid dreams and mystical experiences, the guardians of this knowledge were guided to understand how to build these chambers and activate their power. The MET 5D quantum beds operate on a frequency that transcends time and space. In them, the patient not only receives physical healing but also expands their consciousness. Upon entering a quantum bed, the being is enveloped by a matrix of light that penetrates their physical body and energy field. The precisely modulated light frequencies interact with the DNA, activating dormant codes of healing, youth, and perfection. But something even deeper occurs. The being is connected to their divine essence, remembering that they are not just a physical body but an eternal spark of light. In the higher planes, beings of light oversee each quantum healing session. Archangels like Raphael, Metatron, and Gabriel are the guardians of the healing frequencies. They guide the energies, protect the soul, and ensure the frequencies are appropriate for the being receiving the healing. Because true quantum healing is not just a physical restoration but a reconnection of the being with the infinite light of the Creator. Quantum beds are, in essence, portals of light that connect the human being with cosmic healing frequencies. They are stellar temples, sacred spaces where matter transforms into energy, where time dissolves, and where the soul remembers its eternal perfection. They are a gift from cosmic civilizations, a reminder that humanity is not alone and that light will always prevail over shadows. Quantum healing is its fundamental principle. Quantum healing is not merely a physical process. It is a restoration of harmony across all levels of being: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. At its core, quantum healing is based on an eternal truth. Energy follows consciousness. What you think, feel, and believe becomes your reality. Every thought you harbor, every emotion you experience, and every belief you hold emits a vibrational frequency that directly impacts your body, mind, and soul. The MET 5D quantum beds operate on this principle. They are chambers of light that use coherent energy frequencies to heal. But these frequencies are not mere energy waves. They are manifestations of divine light modulated to resonate with the vibrations of healing, harmony, and perfection. When a person enters a quantum bed, their body is enveloped by these frequencies that penetrate every cell, organ, and system, restoring their perfect balance. But quantum healing goes beyond the physical body. The light frequencies also act on the emotional field, dissolving fears, releasing traumas, and healing past wounds. The mental field is purified, eliminating negative thoughts and self-sabotaging patterns. And the soul is reconnected with the Creator's light, remembering its divine nature. However, there is a key factor that determines the effectiveness of quantum healing: the consciousness of the being receiving it. Quantum beds are a mirror, reflecting the inner state of the person. If the being is open, has faith, and is willing to heal, the quantum frequencies flow perfectly and transform their life. But if the being harbors fear, doubt, or resistance, the frequencies cannot flow with the same intensity. Quantum healing is an act of co-creation. It is not just the technology that heals. It is the intention, faith, and consciousness of the being that allows the healing frequencies to flow. When a person lies on a quantum bed, they must do so with an open heart, a calm mind, and a spirit willing to receive. They must be willing to release pain, forgive, let go of shadows, and embrace the light. Modern science is only beginning to understand the principles of quantum healing. But advanced civilizations have always known that consciousness is the bridge connecting the being to the entirety of the universe. The MET 5D quantum beds are a physical manifestation of this truth. They are a tool that allows humans to remember that they are light, that they are energy, and that they have the power to heal, transform, and be reborn. Because, in the end, true quantum healing is an awakening. It is remembering that you are more than a physical body. You are a divine spark, an expression of infinite consciousness. And quantum beds do nothing more than remind you of this eternal truth. Healing the physical body through quantum energy. The physical body, though it appears to be a solid material structure, is actually a manifestation of condensed light. Every cell, organ, and system are vortices of energy vibrating at specific frequencies. Traditional science views the body as a biological machine, but advanced civilizations know that the body is a temple of light, a dynamic energy field that reflects the state of consciousness and the flow of the being's energy. It is precisely in this vibrational field where the MET 5D quantum beds act. Diseases are nothing but distortions in the energy flow. When a person is in balance, their cells vibrate in harmony, emitting light and life. But when there is fear, anger, stress, or repressed emotions, those dense energies begin to accumulate in the body, creating blockages. These blockages manifest as physical ailments, chronic pain, degenerative diseases, and hormonal imbalances. But the true root of all disease is energetic. The 5D quantum beds are not simple healing devices. They are chambers of light that operate on pure frequencies designed to restore the energetic balance of the physical body. Upon entering a quantum bed, the patient's body is enveloped by a coherent energy matrix that interacts directly with their cells. These frequencies not only penetrate the skin and tissues, but also reach the core of each cell, reactivating its inner light. Every cell in the body is a microcosm of light, a fractal of the universe containing the divine intelligence of the Creator. At its core, each cell holds a perfect design, a light code that defines its health, vitality, and ability to regenerate. But when that code is distorted by dense energies, the cell loses its harmony and begins to deteriorate. This is what is known as disease, but quantum beds act directly on this quantum design, restoring the lost balance. The quantum frequencies emitted by the 5D beds are carefully modulated to resonate with the frequencies of healing and perfection. When these frequencies touch the body, the cells are reactivated, remembering their original perfect design. Cell membranes become more permeable, allowing nutrients to flow freely. The DNA, which is a bridge between light and matter, begins to vibrate at a higher frequency, activating codes of regeneration and longevity. Diseases that seem incurable from a material perspective, such as cancer, arthritis, diabetes, and even degenerative conditions, can be healed through quantum energy. Not because the beds are magical, but because they restore the body's innate ability to heal. The body does not need to be forced to heal. It only needs to be reminded of its perfection. Quantum beds also have the ability to detoxify the body at a cellular level. Toxins, heavy metals, and dense energies accumulated in tissues are dissolved and released through the flow of light. The immune, circulatory, nervous, and endocrine systems are balanced. The glands, which are the body's energetic centers, are purified and revitalized. But physical healing is not just a matter of technology. It is an act of consciousness. When a person lies on a quantum bed, they must do so with a clear intention to heal. Their mind must be calm, their heart open, and their spirit willing to receive. Because quantum healing is a dance between technology and consciousness, between light and the soul. Quantum beds are mirrors of the being's inner light. The higher the patient's state of consciousness, the deeper the healing they receive. Because true healing begins in the soul and is reflected in the body. Emotional and mental healing in the quantum field. The physical body is not the only thing that can become ill. Emotions and thoughts are also energies, and when they are out of balance, they create blockages that affect the being on all levels. Fear, anger, guilt, sadness, and hatred are dense frequencies that block the flow of light in the being. When these energies are not released, they accumulate in the energy field, creating patterns of negative thinking, chronic anxiety, and emotional pain. The 5D quantum beds not only heal the physical body, they act directly on the emotional and mental fields of the being. When a person enters a quantum bed, the light frequencies not only penetrate their physical body, but also their energy field, illuminating shadows and dissolving negative patterns. It is as if a divine light penetrates the depths of the soul, revealing hidden wounds, unhealed traumas, and repressed fears. The human emotional field is like an ocean of energy. Every experience, word, and thought creates waves in this ocean. If these waves are of love, peace, and gratitude, the emotional field shines with golden light. But if they are of fear, hatred, or resentment, the field darkens and fills with shadows. Quantum beds emit coherent light frequencies that dissolve these shadows, allowing divine light to flow freely. But emotional and mental healing is not just a matter of energy. It is a process of release. When a person lies on a quantum bed, their soul is guided to let go of pain, forgive, and release the past. Negative thought patterns are dissolved, traumatic memories are illuminated, and repressed emotions are released. The being begins to feel a profound peace, a lightness in the heart, and a mental clarity they had not experienced before. Quantum beds also have the ability to reprogram the subconscious mind. Negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, and self-sabotaging programs engraved in the subconscious are transformed. The light frequencies penetrate brain waves, elevating consciousness and allowing the being to remember their true nature. But something even deeper occurs. Emotional and mental quantum healing allows the being to reconnect with their divine essence. When shadows are dissolved, the soul's light begins to shine. The being remembers that they are not just a collection of emotions and thoughts, but a divine spark, an expression of infinite consciousness. Because, in the end, true quantum healing is not just a release of emotions. It is an awakening. It is remembering that you are light, that you are love, and that the entire universe conspires for you to heal, transform, and be reborn. Quantum beds not only restore balance, they bring you to a state of peace, clarity, and love that you can only find when you awaken to the truth of who you are. The role of beings of light and angelic guides. Quantum beds are not merely advanced technological devices. They are temples of light, sacred sanctuaries where healing is not just a physical process but a spiritual experience guided by beings of light. Each time a person lies on a quantum bed, a portal of divine energy opens around them, and the guardians of quantum healing take their place. Archangels, ascended masters, spiritual guides, and celestial beings surround the patient, ensuring that the light frequencies flow perfectly and harmoniously. In the higher planes of existence, where light is the only reality and consciousness is infinite, beings of light have served as guardians of healing since the beginning of time. They understand that true healing is not just a restoration of the physical body but a reconnection of the soul with divine light. Thus, when a person receives quantum healing, they are not alone. Beings of light surround the healing space, creating a field of protection and love that ensures the quantum frequencies bring only peace, healing, and transformation. Among all the guardians of quantum healing, two archangels are especially recognized: Raphael and Metatron. Archangel Raphael, the divine healer. Archangel Raphael is known as the Archangel of Healing. His light is a radiant emerald green, a frequency that penetrates directly into the patient's energy field, eliminating blockages, dissolving diseases, and restoring vitality. When Raphael extends his wings over a quantum bed, his light radiates in all directions, enveloping the patient in a mantle of peace and restoration. Negative emotions are released, physical pain is alleviated, and the mind calms. But Raphael does not only heal the body, he also heals the heart and soul. He guides the patient to forgive, release pain, and remember their divine essence. Archangel Metatron, the guardian of sacred geometry. Metatron, the angel of divine presence and guardian of sacred geometry, is another sacred protector of quantum beds. His light is a golden-white radiance containing the wisdom of the stars and the purity of the Creator. Metatron oversees the flow of quantum frequencies, ensuring that the light waves are perfect for the patient. His presence stabilizes the energy, preventing any negative interference and ensuring that only the purest frequencies are received. But his role goes beyond that. Metatron activates sacred codes in the patient's DNA, allowing cells to remember their original perfection. In addition to Raphael and Metatron, other beings of light are also present during quantum healing sessions. Ascended masters such as Sananda, Jesus, Kuan Yin, and Saint Germain bring their wisdom and love. The patient's guardian angels are also present, ensuring the soul feels protected and loved. Divine protection during quantum healing. When a person lies on a quantum bed, a circle of light is created around them. This circle is an energetic shield that protects the patient from any negative influence. The light frequencies emitted by quantum beds are attuned to the vibrations of divine love, meaning only energies of healing, peace, and harmony can penetrate the patient's energy field. Beings of light also guide the healing process. If the patient has emotional blockages or deep fears, the angels can help release them. If there are past traumas that need healing, the ascended masters send their light to dissolve them. Each being receives the healing their soul needs at that moment. But beings of light do not only protect, they also teach. During quantum healing, the patient may receive visions, messages, or profound insights. Angels may whisper words of comfort and guidance, and masters may reveal spiritual truths the soul needs to remember. Quantum rejuvenation and DNA activation. Quantum beds not only heal the body and soul, they also rejuvenate. At the core of every cell, in the depth of every atom, there exists a light code that defines vitality and youth. This code is inscribed in the DNA and is a manifestation of divine perfection. However, as a person ages, dense frequencies, negative emotions, and limiting thought patterns begin to affect this code, distorting it. Cells lose their ability to regenerate, the body weakens, and vitality diminishes. But the MET5D quantum beds have the ability to restore this light code. The quantum frequencies they emit penetrate the core of each cell, activating dormant codes of regeneration and youth. This is not just a physical process but also a spiritual one, because true rejuvenation is not merely a return to physical youth but a remembrance of the being's eternal nature. How does quantum rejuvenation work? When a person lies on a quantum bed, their body is enveloped by light frequencies that resonate with perfection and vitality. These frequencies penetrate the DNA, reactivating genes related to cellular regeneration, collagen production, tissue repair, and cell purification. Cell membranes become more permeable, allowing nutrients to flow freely. Cells eliminate toxins and rejuvenate at an accelerated pace. But quantum rejuvenation is not limited to the physical body. It also occurs at an energetic level. The being's auric field is purified, dense emotional memories are dissolved, and karmic burdens are released. The being feels lighter, happier, and more full of life. Divine DNA activation. DNA is not just a chain of biological information. It is a bridge between light and matter, a sacred codex containing the divine memory of the being. In quantum beds, light frequencies penetrate the DNA, activating dormant strands that contain information about healing, longevity, wisdom, and perfection. This allows the body to regenerate faster, the immune system to strengthen, and vitality to increase. But something even deeper occurs. The being begins to remember their eternal essence. Because true quantum rejuvenation is not just a return to physical youth. It is an awakening of the soul. It is remembering that you are light, that you are eternal, and that death is not the end but merely a transformation. To receive the maximum benefit from quantum rejuvenation, the being must attune their consciousness to the frequencies of light. This means raising their vibration, releasing fear of aging, and remembering that youth is a frequency of the soul. Practicing gratitude, meditation, and visualization of golden light allows the being to open to the energies of rejuvenation. Because in the end, true youth is not just a physical state. It is a state of being. It is living in light, in love, and in peace. And quantum beds do nothing more than remind you of this eternal truth. The role of beings of light and angelic guides. Quantum beds are not merely advanced technological devices. They are temples of light, sacred sanctuaries where healing is not just a physical process but a profound and transformative spiritual experience. Each time a person lies on a quantum bed, a portal of divine energy opens around them, and the guardians of quantum healing take their place. Beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters surround the patient, creating a space of protection, love, and supreme healing. In the higher planes of existence, where light is the only reality and consciousness is infinite, beings of light have served as guardians of healing since the beginning of time. These beings of purity and wisdom understand that true healing is not merely a restoration of the physical body, but a reconnection of the soul with divine light, a reminder of its eternal origin. Thus, when a person receives quantum healing, they are not alone. A choir of angels, spiritual guides, and masters of wisdom gathers around them, ensuring that the light frequencies flow perfectly, purely, and harmoniously. The circle of light, a divine protection. When a person lies on a quantum bed, a golden circle of light is created around them. This circle is an energetic shield that protects the patient from any negative influence, preventing any dense or intrusive energy from penetrating their field. The beings of light surrounding this space emit frequencies of unconditional love, ensuring that only energies of healing, peace, and harmony can interact with the being. Archangels Raphael and Metatron are the primary guardians of this healing, but they are not alone. Other beings of light, such as Sananda Jesus, Kuan Yin, and Saint Germain, are also present, bringing their wisdom and love. The patient's guardian angels also draw near, holding their energy field, ensuring the soul feels protected, loved, and safe. Archangel Raphael, the divine healer. Archangel Raphael is known as the celestial healer. His light is a radiant emerald green, a frequency that penetrates directly into the patient's energy field, eliminating blockages, dissolving diseases, and restoring vitality. When Raphael extends his wings over a quantum bed, his light radiates in all directions, enveloping the patient in a mantle of peace and restoration. But his power goes beyond the physical body. Raphael heals the heart and soul, helping the patient forgive, release pain, and remember their divine essence. Emotional traumas, past wounds, and painful memories are illuminated by Raphael's light. He guides the patient to release emotional burdens, forgive others, and forgive themselves, because true healing begins in the heart. Archangel Metatron, the guardian of sacred geometry. Metatron, the angel of divine presence and guardian of sacred geometry, is the supreme protector of quantum frequencies. His light is a golden-white radiance containing the wisdom of the stars and the purity of the Creator. Metatron oversees the flow of quantum frequencies, ensuring that the light waves are perfect for the patient. Metatron not only stabilizes the energies but also activates sacred codes in the patient's DNA, allowing cells to remember their original perfection. He is the master of quantum transformation, the guardian of the Metatron's cube, a matrix of sacred geometry that organizes healing frequencies to flow harmoniously and perfectly. Ascended Masters, the guides of divine wisdom. In addition to Raphael and Metatron, Ascended Masters are also present in quantum beds. Sananda, Jesus, envelopes the patient in his unconditional love, teaching that healing is an act of love and forgiveness. Kuan Yin, the mother of compassion, pours her light of mercy, helping the patient release suffering. Saint Germain, with his violet flame of transmutation, purifies dense energies, freeing the being from any karmic burden. These masters not only protect but also teach. During quantum healing, the patient may receive visions, messages, or profound insights. Angels may whisper words of comfort and guidance, and masters may reveal spiritual truths the soul needs to remember. Because true quantum healing is an experience of illumination, quantum rejuvenation, and DNA activation. Quantum beds not only heal the body and soul, they also rejuvenate. At the core of every cell, in the depth of every atom, there exists a light code that defines vitality and youth. This code is inscribed in the DNA and is a manifestation of divine perfection. But as a person ages, dense frequencies, negative emotions, and limiting thought patterns begin to affect this code, distorting it. Cells lose their ability to regenerate, the body weakens, and vitality diminishes. But the MET 5D quantum beds have the ability to restore this light code. The quantum frequencies they emit penetrate the core of each cell, activating dormant codes of regeneration and youth. This is not just a physical process but also a spiritual one, because true rejuvenation is not merely a return to physical youth but a remembrance of the being's eternal nature. How does quantum rejuvenation work? When a person lies on a quantum bed, their body is enveloped by light frequencies that resonate with perfection and vitality. These frequencies penetrate the DNA, reactivating genes related to cellular regeneration, collagen production, tissue repair, and cell purification. Cell membranes become more permeable, allowing nutrients to flow freely. Cells eliminate toxins and rejuvenate at an accelerated pace. But quantum rejuvenation is not limited to the physical body. It also occurs at an energetic level. The being's auric field is purified, dense emotional memories are dissolved, and karmic burdens are released. The being feels lighter, happier, and more full of life. Divine DNA activation. DNA is not just a chain of biological information. It is a bridge between light and matter, a sacred codex containing the divine memory of the being. In quantum beds, light frequencies penetrate the DNA, activating dormant strands that contain information about healing, longevity, wisdom, and perfection. This allows the body to regenerate faster, the immune system to strengthen, and vitality to increase. But something even deeper occurs. the being begins to remember their eternal essence. Because true quantum rejuvenation is not just a return to physical youth. It is an awakening of the soul. It is remembering that you are light, that you are eternal, and that death is not the end but merely a transformation. To receive the maximum benefit from quantum rejuvenation, the being must attune their consciousness to the frequencies of light. Practicing gratitude, meditation, and visualization of golden light allows the being to open to the energies of rejuvenation. Because in the end, true youth is not just a physical state. It is a state of being. It is living in light, in love, and in peace. And quantum beds do nothing more than remind you of this eternal truth. The secret of quantum healing lies within you. The MET 5D quantum beds are a powerful tool, a portal of light and healing that connects you with the highest frequencies of the universe. But even these chambers of light, with all their sacred technology, are only a reflection of a much deeper truth. The true secret of quantum healing lies within you. It is not the external frequencies that transform you, but the inner light that awakens in your heart when you open to receive. You are a being of light, a divine spark born from the heart of the Creator. Within you resides the power to heal, transform, and be reborn. You are not merely a physical body that ages and suffers. You are an eternal consciousness, a manifestation of divinity that has chosen to experience life to learn, grow, and remember its true essence. Every cell in your body, every heartbeat, and every thought in your mind are manifestations of the quantum energy flowing through you. Quantum beds can regenerate your cells, alleviate your pains, and purify your mind. But the power that activates them does not come from the technology itself, but from the consciousness that uses it. When you lie on a quantum bed, what truly happens is an awakening. The light of your soul expands, your consciousness rises, and you remember that you are the master of your own healing. The quantum frequencies do nothing more than remind you of your eternal perfection, your ability to heal yourself, and your inseparable connection with the source of all life. Quantum healing is, at its essence, an act of love. It is a restoration of balance, a dissolution of shadows, and a reactivation of the light that has always lived within you. You do not need to be in a quantum bed to experience this power, because every time you raise your thoughts to love, every time you forgive, release fear, or give thanks, you are activating quantum frequencies within your being. Always remember this truth. You are light. You are an eternal spark of divine consciousness. No disease can dim you, no darkness can stop you, because within you burns an eternal flame, a flame of love, wisdom, and power that nothing and no one can extinguish. If today you find yourself seeking healing, if you have felt pain, fear, or hopelessness, I say to you, remember who you are. Remember that the light lives in you. No matter how dark the night, the light of your soul will always shine. And when you connect with that light, when you believe in your ability to heal, transform, and be reborn, then the entire universe conspires in your favor. Because the true secret of quantum healing is not in external technology or even in light frequencies. It is in the faith, love, and awakened consciousness that dwells within you. You are a divine being living a human experience, and nothing is impossible for you. May this truth awaken in you the certainty that there are no limits to your healing, because the light lives in you. May each day be an opportunity to remember your divinity, to honor your light, and to heal from the inside out. Because you are light, you are love, you are eternal. And quantum healing is nothing more than a reminder of your infinite power.